Hey everyone, this is Tia. Welcome to my channel. Just today we're going to be doing a mini press ironing board. Pretty simple, pretty quick DIY, gathering a few things that you already have from your house. So stick around and enjoy the video with me. Okay, so what we're going to need is 1 yard each of the heirloom natural cotton batting. You want a cotton batting. You do not want a polyester batting. It will melt. You're going to use something hot on it, it's going to melt. Insulbrite. That's hard to find at Hobby Lobby, to be honest. I had to go to the back wall at my Hobby Lobby store. It was on a bolt. They'll be happy to cut it down for you. That one is a must because it does have that reflective threading on the inside of it, so it keeps that heat in. So it's good for like oven mitts and things like that, blankets, coats, etc. And then a yard of material of your choice, of course. Try to make it that it's heat resistant. Cotton, something along those lines. Now we're getting in the nitty gritty. Jigsaw to cut the wood, staples, and a staple gun. The 3/8 inch one was good. You don't want it to go through your wood. Here's my wood already cut, 12 by 12, cut off corners. There's my fabric waiting. Here's my hands. Typically you'll want about 1 inch on each side. And then you're going to do another about 1/2 inch on the next one and then 1/2 inch on your material. So you're going to start out with your batting under your wood. Then you're going to start off with a 1/2 inch bigger of the Insulbrite under that. And then another 1/2 inch bigger of the material underneath of that layer. Hopefully that makes sense. You'll kind of see it as I go through to the next video. All right, so now they're all arranged except for the material. So you have your wood, your batting, and your Insulbrite. And what you're going to do is you're going to start off corner to corner, and then you're going to go side to side, opposite sides. There's my material I'm going to be using. I have had that material for like 8 years, 9 years. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I can't remember. But I'm going to go ahead and put them on my heat press, iron it out, flatten it out, and get all the wrinkles out of it, because that's going to go under that Insulbrite. So there's all 3 layers. I'm finally cutting out that material layer, just making a slight edge around of it. Because again, you're going to go ahead and pull the 2 outer corners, and then you're going to pull the edges in. Hopefully it makes sense when you see what it does in just a minute with the magic of video. Of course, I have to fold up my material. All right, so here I am. There's the sides. Alrighty, so at this point, I went ahead and did one corner, then the other corner. You just do opposites. And then you're going to take your sides, one side, and then the other side. And then you're basically going to do that with the batting, and then you're going to do the Insulbrite. And on the corners like this, so they don't get bulky, I cut out a little triangle, just so it doesn't get that bulk. And then staple it down. Try to keep it close to the edge on these layers, and then kind of bring it more to the edge when you do your last layer. So again, we're still working with the Insulbrite, cutting out those triangles, and then pulling, not too hard though, because that stuff is actually pretty fragile. You kind of want to be careful when you're pulling those out so they get nice and taut, but just not too taut. Again, doing the triangles, cutting off all those little excess fabric. Alrighty. Now we're going to be fitting up the material one side to the other side. What I do is I end up folding it over like that just so it has a neater outer edge. You're not going to see it, but it's just me. I'm a little extra. You'll get to know me after a while. I'm an extra person. So there's one corner. Then I fold it in and do the other corner just to hold it down. And then one corner, then the other corner. I sped it up so you don't have to sit there and watch me staple. I'm sure we all know how to staple. Alrighty, now I'm doing one edge. Kind of stapling it right down in there. And you don't want it close to the outer edge. You want to kind of where I am putting it right there, kind of close to the inner edge. And you're going to see why at the end of this. It totally makes sense. Another thing, use your palm and push down on the little ends of that because it really makes those staples go down in there pretty good. Alrighty, and I got the other side. Okay, so we are finished. You can leave it at this point. As you can see, it moves around on my glass cutting board. But if you want to, which I'm going to show you, we can actually finish the back in a couple of different ways. This first way I'm going to show you with my unironed material, of course, is to take that same material, measure it out. As you can see, I have a little cut from when I did my Disney Mickey ears years and years and years ago. But you can actually take that piece of material, and as you'll see in a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take the seams and use some fabric fusion and use that as a glue instead of hot glue. I don't think hot glue is really going to work. That's why I opted for the fabric fusion. It frustrated me, so I actually pieced the material together so it actually go together. Let me go ahead and fast forward and show you what we're talking about. And as you can see, the project is completed with some fabric fusion. Of course, there's so many different options and fabric things that you can use. You can choose not to miter the corners. I chose to miter the corners just for like a cleaner look, but it's up to you. I also, in just a minute, you'll see where I took a different type of approach, where I took a fabric, or I took a felt back piece of square from Hobby Lobby, placed that on the back, and that actually looks pretty decent too. So like I said, do it to what you want to. These are DIYs. You do it yourself. Do with what you got. That's what I do mostly. And that's what you'll see me for. I take little tiny odd things and make them into something that I want. If you saw some value out of this video, in which I hope you did, I hope you hit subscribe and like this video. Also, comment below. Let's get the conversation started. What other things would you change? And let other people know what your ideas are too. Thanks for watching.